eventually. So I'm going to be making these every Wednesday morning at 11 o'clock. I'm not a morning person. I think some of you know that, Rebecca. But I'm not a morning person, so 11 o'clock is a good time for me. And I won't keep you long, I promise it. They will be under a half an hour, probably 15 minutes, more like 15 minutes. I always rush through these because I'm nervous, but I've got to get over that. So anyway, if you are here and if you've just joined us, please leave a comment so I know you're here. And I think we're going to get started. It is 11:01. Oh, we're a minute late. So to start out with, you know, Stampin' Up! Has online exclusives. And one of those online exclusives is this cute Rhino Ready stamp set. Plus it has the Rhino dies. And so I'm going to share those today. Here's the Rhino dies. And I'm going to share those. And then I also am going to use these Radiating Stitches dies. And I just really, this is going to be a real good seller. I love these. So this is the card that we're going to make. And I'm using the little Rhino. And then inside, I've got another little Rhino. And I think this will be a really cute card. So I started out, and I already cut this piece because I didn't want to bring my big shot. Like the other things, I'll use my little die cutting machine. I said big shot. I'm sorry, die cutting machine. So this is, we're starting with a piece of basic black, which is cut at 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. And I always have that difficulty of it kind of popping open, so I try to do that. So then I have a piece of Smoky Slate, and the Smoky Slate is 5 1/4 by 4, and I will have all the measurements eventually, and maybe a PDF even that you can download. So you can see those radiating dies. I cut them out 5 1/4 by 4, and then I have a piece of the animal paper, and I'm going to run that through with the die. And so I'm using the next to the largest die, and I'm using my beautiful little boho, which if obviously you folks haven't signed up, but they are going to sell these. I don't know, they're going to give demonstrators first chance, and so I don't know if there'll be any left. But anyway, so one tip with the mini embossing, die cutting and embossing machine, they have given us this tip, which I think is a great one. You use the white, which is number 1 plate, and then you use 2 of the number 2s. And so you'll want to bring this back just a tad, just maybe a 1/4 of an inch, 1/2 inch, and then put the other one over it and make it lined up with the white one. I wasn't doing that way, and this works really better. Oh, got to turn it around so I can. Okay, so I'm going to cut that piece of animal paper, and it will have the stitched radiating around it. So there it is. So now we can just, so first of all, I'm going to stamp. Okay, guess what? I don't have a piece of white paper. Hang on. See, I'm not. Fortunately, it's just across the room. And I'm going to stamp the little Rhino. I'm going to use the Memento. And I'm going to stamp the little Rhino. Yes, Diane, you are going to need them. They are so nice. I just love them. I never even thought they'd do something. So I'm going to stamp the Rhino. And then I'm going to use my Smoky Slate light blends, and I'm going to color him. And now I'm on the bigger parts, I'm using the brush end, and on the smaller parts, then I will use the other end. For some reason, I have a hard time using the brush end. I really like the other end. So I'm just going to fill this in, and I don't want to go out of the lines. Sam accuses me of being a kindergartner again with my coloring. And so when I do this, then I try to go carefully and not go out of the lines. Although I am going to cut this out, so it probably wouldn't matter anyway. So I'm just coloring. I'm not going to do any shading or anything like that. I truly am not an artist. And this is just the artist in me doing this, which is not very much. So I'm going to add that. And so if you go over this a little bit darker, sometimes those shading areas you can shade them and it looks really good. And there we go. That's enough of that. And then I'm going to cut him out. Again, I'm using the I'm going to use this and put this through here. He is so cute, isn't he? They really have a winner with this one. And I'm going to cut out the dino. And I don't know about you, but I'm really good at moving things. So I do have a piece of washi tape sitting on the top of my machine. And I always put that on with these smaller dies because I am just liable to move. And so and put him over here now. I don't think we need him anymore. I went ahead and cut out the two hearts ahead of time just to save time. And move all this stuff out of the way. Okay, now we're going to start assembling this card. So we're going to put this one down here. First. Come on. And then we're going to add the animal paper. And that fits in there perfectly. Okay, then we're going to add a heart. And then we'll put the rhino in that heart. And I'm not going to pop him up. I will pop up the sentiment, but I think he looks so cute with that heart behind him. So then we're going to stamp the sentiment, and I have a piece of 1/2-inch paper, and it's a great day. And then I saw somebody do this the other day. I thought this was really clever. So I'm going to make this, cut that off there. And then to make it even, you put this over here and cut along like this. And now it's even. How about that? Is that a clever trick or what? Not my idea, because I'm not very good with, although this card I designed myself, which is unusual. I usually do it on, find things on Pinterest, but this one I did myself. So now we're going to stamp the other little guy, and he's going to be peeking in. So I'm going to stamp him like this, so he's kind of peeking in there. And then we'll color him real quick. This will be a cute card for my granddaughter's birthday coming up. Not till May, but I have it ready for her. We need to be prepared. And there he is. And then this sentiment, hope your birthday is wild. Have you ever put the things on wrong? And hopefully you'll get it right. Okay, so on the other one, I actually got some black on it for my hands. And so I put the heart there, but I liked it. So I'm going to do it again. And then we're going to add this to the inside. And guess what? It's done. Is that a cute card? Fast. Good morning, Ernie. Hi, thank you for joining us. So here's the card. I've got it all done. See, I told you I wasn't going to keep you long. We have been online for 10 minutes. How is that? If you have any questions or would like to place an order for this, just let me know and I can send you a host code. I should have had the host code out here, but I don't. Anyway, I really recommend these Radiating. And if you're not a hippo person, or rhino person, that's fine. You can add, there's so many ideas of what you can do. So anyway, that's all I have. And